As some Texas communities prepare for ramped up law enforcement efforts this weekend, the website promoting the Capitol rally in Austin says organizers are, quote, committed to nonviolent action.
And KXAN's Kelly Wiley is learning why state military resources could be responding throughout Texas and what makes this decision different.
Texas is a law and order state, and we will use every tool that we can to ensure order across our state.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott is readying state military resources. As he says, Texas National Guard soldiers are on standby in areas where mass demonstrations are planned. Our team has confirmed that list includes at least Austin and San Antonio, two cities where leaders say they weren't consulted before the governor's decision.
I would ask you to direct those questions to the individual who's responsible for deploying them. So I don't have any information about the numbers or what they're going to do or anything like that.
This wouldn't be the first time the governor has called in the Guard over protests. In 2020, he sent military troops to respond to downtown Austin demonstrations over the killing of George Floyd. But he didn't make that call more recently during last year's protests at UT over the Israel-Hamas war.
We do not agree with the weaponization of the National Guard against peaceful protesters. We do not agree with the weaponization of federal enforcement agencies like ICE against our residents here in Central Texas. And we call on elected officials at every level, and we call on law enforcement to protect our residents, to protect our neighbors, and to protect our dignity and our civil rights.
The governor saying in a statement, Texas will not tolerate the lawlessness we've seen in Los Angeles after the Trump administration deployed the U.S. National Guard to protect federal property there during anti-ICE protests. A memo from Homeland Security also called on the National Guard to temporarily protect ICE in California as officers continue daily immigration enforcement.
But we didn't do this. Los Angeles would burn. It would be burning to the ground right now, just like the houses burned to the ground just a few months ago.
Here in Texas, the governor and the Department of Public Safety have not answered whether the state guard would also be protecting regional DPS strike teams that have been working with ICE for months. Some immigration experts say the move would be a marked difference from the Guard's regular assignments, natural disasters, or other state emergencies.
I think it's important to acknowledge that the Texas National Guard was also deployed to assist with COVID response. And so it is an entity that has been supportive and played an important role in Texas communities. And positioning them as against the citizens that they are tasked with protecting is somewhat counterintuitive.
DPS told us in a statement it would not discuss operational specifics, but it said they would be collaborating with local, state, and federal law enforcement authorities at Saturday's protest here at the Capitol. We also talked to organizers who told us they'll have their own team on site trained in de-escalation. Kelly Wiley, KXAN Investigates.
All right, Kelly, thank you so much. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement posted on social media specifically referencing the protest in Austin on Monday that, quote, destroying taxpayer-funded property is not peacefully protesting. It went on to say that it will continue upholding the law.